What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's news roundup. We're going to be looking at one thing mainly tonight, and that is the list of players who have been linked as a Mohamed Salah replacement. I think we're all relieved that obviously Mo stuck with us and will be here for the remainder of the season, but the Athletic put out a piece today running the rule over a few of the potential options for Mohamed Salah as replacement, and I'm going to talk about them and see what you guys think. As always though, we are being brought to you today, on as we are every Monday, with thanks to our amazing sponsors, Oosh, the home of giveaways, whether it be cars, cash, tech, holidays, or those all-important football club packages. Our amazing friends at oosh.com have got you covered. This week there is two draws that I have to draw your attention to simply because they're fantastic. Want to go to Liverpool versus Manchester United? Of course you do. Who doesn't want to go to Liverpool versus United? Oosh have an amazing draw. The price is just €15, but not for you guys. $13.50 with your AA10 Anfield Agenda 10% discount code, and they have got a limited entry of 195 people, so decent enough odds to try and win this one. The prize is as follows: 2 tickets to see Liverpool versus Manchester United at Anfield on the 16th of December 2023, both seated together in the Cup. You'll also receive one night's accommodation at the Apart Hotel Adagio Liverpool City Centre, and you can get €300 in Ryanair vouchers, or you can have the cash alternative if you prefer. Another amazing offer from our friends at Oosh is 50 grand in cash. That's right, they're giving away €50,000 tax free. To be in with a chance to enter, what do you have to do? Well, get yourself over to the oosh.com website or scan the QR code. Go over and you will find the entry is €9 to mere mortals. But don't worry, you're an Anfield Agenda subscriber. €8.10 for you with your AA10 discount code, and they're going to be giving away that €50,000 on Wednesday the 11th of October, and as with all their competitions, they run the draws live on their official Facebook page. So 2 cracking competitions this week: 50 grand in cash, or your chance to get to Liverpool versus Manchester United at Anfield. Simply scan the QR code on the screen or have a look in the description of this video and you will see a link to go over to Oosh. Do use our discount code AA10 because you get 10% off any draw on the Oosh site, even if it's already discounted. Right, my friends, that's the housework out of the way. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. So I'm going to start off tonight with a name that kind of excites me, but would be a bit of a risk, and that is Nico Williams of Atletico Bilbao. He's the younger brother of Iñaki Williams, who I'm sure many people have probably heard of already, but this dude's been really starting to turn it on over the last year or so. And when I was going through the Athletic article and I'd seen his name mentioned as one that Liverpool could potentially look at, it made a lot of sense to me. So the real question, I guess, is this: if Liverpool are indeed to replace Mohamed Salah at the end of this campaign, do we think it will be a like-for-like pacey winger? The answer to that is, I don't know, and I don't think any of us can really answer that positional question until we see what this season brings. So, as an example, we're going to go into the Europa League. We're going to be playing our first game against Las Glintz coming up next Thursday. And I'm expecting big things from Ben Doak in this Europa League campaign. And if he was to light it up in the Europa League, maybe get some games in the Premier League at the end of the season, starts doing really, really well, banging some goals in, do we even need a similar type player? Because remember, we've got Craig Houlden. He's lost about 18 months of his career with injury, but he's already back playing. We've got even younger Trent Doherty, who came across from Derry City. And then there's the obvious 2 options of, you can put Dominic Szoboszlai on the right hand side, or if you wanted to really roll the dice and be bold, you could maybe look at putting Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right hand wing. Again, bit left field, I know, but these are options. So I guess the first question I have for you guys watching is, do you think it will be a like-for-like replacement? I'm unsure, because I don't know if anybody will be able to tick all the boxes that Mohamed gives us. So one option is young Nico Williams. Now, I've not seen a price mentioned, but he's in Spain and they all have to have release clauses, so maybe you know that number and you can help me out. Another name that's been mentioned, and one that seems to really split Liverpool fans, is Jarrod Bowen. Now, the last valuation I'd seen in the media of Jarrod Bowen was about £60 million. I think he is about to turn 27 in December, and I'm not sure. I like him as a footballer. I think he's underrated. I think he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. But I don't know if he'd be a right fit for us. Now, the Athletics article did mention Jarrod Bowen as one name on the list of players that Liverpool are looking at, and I can understand why. But for the money we'd pay and the age that he's going to be, I don't know if it's something that FSG would sanction. So I guess that moves us on to other targets. Now, some of you are going to be screaming at the screen already saying to me, Kvaratskhelia and Rafa Leão. Well, don't worry. I'm all over those two. Now, people have often said as well that Rafa Leão's a left winger, Craig. He can't play on the right wing because he's right-footed, and we need to have inverted wingers these days. Yeah, I kind of get you, but also I think you're doing a disservice to the man's talent. We'd seen Sadio Mane shift from the right to the left for Liverpool, and I would imagine if indeed we did bring in Rafa Leão, which I would say is doubtful, but he does have a release clause in his AC Milan contract, I would very much have him at the club. And we ran a poll earlier on our live stream where we put in 2 lots of 4 players, and we basically had a semi-final and a final, and Rafa Leão ran out on top of the player that Liverpool fans or Anfield Agenda fans would like to see at Liverpool Football Club. And second on the list was Kvaratskhelia, third was Saka from Arsenal, and fourth was Jarrod Bowen. Now, Saka from Arsenal is a name that I've seen mentioned by players in the media and other fans, but let's be realistic about it. Right now, with the new contract that he signed at Arsenal, with the direction Arsenal are going in, with the fact that, you know, he loves the club, I don't see Liverpool being able to get Saka out of Arsenal. I don't think we'd be able to afford it, nor do I think he'd want to move. If we had have lost Mo this summer and it was for like 250 million quid, then maybe you could look at that. So I think Saka's a non-starter. A couple of other ones that maybe might be possible, Federico Valverde. So, you know, Real Madrid would have to decide that he was surplus to requirements, and if they're about to bring in Kylian Mbappe, maybe they do need to free up some money, because I'd imagine Mbappe's wages are going to be pretty hefty. So if Valverde's an option, I'd love it. You know, I know Jurgen Klopp's a fan of his. Again, he's versatile, can play in midfield, can play in a wide position in attack, and quite frankly, I'd love him. I love that steely Uruguayan mentality. And the last name I'm going to mention, of course, is the really off-the-wall name of Kylian Mbappe. So there's been a few articles out this week that have suggested that if ever there was a time where Mbappe was potentially affordable to Liverpool, it is now. Because, as I mentioned yesterday, he's in the last year of his contract at PSG, and he could sign for any club outside of the French First Division in January on a pre-contract agreement, and nobody have to pay a penny other than a signing on fee and his wages. Now, obviously Real Madrid are the favourites, and that's where I fully expect him to end up, but you know, we can dream a little bit. But I think the big question with Mbappe, above all else, is would he destabilise the group? And I think he would. I think there's no denying the man's talent, but I think if you were to bring him into Liverpool, the circus and all that would come with it, I just don't see it as being something that Jurgen Klopp would welcome. But maybe I've read that situation wrong. And of course, look, there are other players like Bakayoko and Xavi Simons and a few others that people are going to mention. So this is where I'm going to hand it over to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think we will need 1 or 2 players, maybe a Florian Wirtz and somebody else to come in? Or is there one particular guy that you think would be able to fill the very, very, very big void that will be left when Mohamed Salah leaves the club? So it is over to you, my friends. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Most importantly, though, check out our friends at oosh.com. 2 amazing giveaways. Liverpool versus Manchester United and 50 grand in cash. So scan the QR code and don't forget to use our discount code AA10 on any of the draws at oosh.com to get yourself 10% off. Much love, my friends. I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye bye.